show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others.
Pacific414 Pop Talk is here. Sit back and relax and join the conversation. We've got Baron, Norman, Tax, Cash Money, 007, and even Mike too. Pop culture, entertainment, news and reviews. Discussions are had, opinions made from the panel to the chat. Everyone is welcome here. Reactions, watch parties, and special guests. We like to have a good time. Pacific414 Pop Talk is underway. Pull up a seat, we're inviting you to stay. Articles, collectibles, reviews, you say. Baron, Cash, and Mike bring the fun tonight. Now sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Don't forget to like or comment below. We almost forgot to share out the show. Pacific414 Pop Talk is one of a kind. It's true. One, two, it's true. It's true. Back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to this edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk. Along with Baron Norman Tech. I hope he can hear me now.
I can hear you. It was on my end. My internet's been playing games again, but here I am.
Understood. I wasn't sure if it was something going on with my audio, going on with StreamYard. That's why I exited out, came back in, double checked, and I said, well, maybe it's on Baron's end, and that's why I did put the message in. The private chat and everything, and I was still talking with you going, I don't know what's going on. What, is he on strike?
Yes, I'm on strike. I am not working until my demands are met. I am marching outside the studio right now, folks. You got the street view here with me marching up and down in front of the Pacific414 studios with my sign. I'm outraged. I am outraged. I don't know why. I don't know what my demands are, but I am on strike.
Sounds like anybody nowadays. They don't know why they're protesting, but they're protesting for the sake of protesting.
Well, I made sure to dye my hair blue and get a septum ring while I was doing it, so that should help out.
Oh, great.
Actually, here's a
you did realize that's not part of the dress code.
I know, but that's why I am on strike. Look at me.
And you've never looked
walking around.
That's actually an improvement.
I think I could have done a little better with the shade of the lipstick, if you ask me. But oh well, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But today we have several articles we're going to go through. Of course, I see Helion is over on the Rumble side. I see that we got a Padawannabe. Hey, Padawannabe, how you doing, Padawannabe? Yeah, Padawannabe, this guy right here, this guy.
Padawannabe. He is kind of nuts. He's Padawannabe.
We got Tree Rock, who's protesting the protester. Yeah, Baron Ormond, blue-haired. Well.
But do we have a protester protesting the protester? That's protesting the protester.
I don't know. And we also have As Was. I have to remind myself As Was to keep saying as was, not as well. I caught myself doing that last night, and I do apologize.
Yeah, just don't add an extra S. That's all I ask.
No, you already got 2 asses on the show.
Yep. We got 2 of them on the show, and we have one. Yes,
Oh no, he's at the convention. He always does the convention, the board game convention with his father.
Yeah, twice or 3 times a year, or something like that. And
Yeah.
we all
2-3
know what
times a year, and
Yeah.
we know what he's doing. We know what he's protesting.
Yep, exactly. I mean, while his dad plays the games, he's just kind of walking around and making sure that people realize that there is no bear sex, and don't do it. Stay away from it in Beargate 3. You don't want any of that. None of that. Because
Hey, I already called us an ass, Phil. You can't do that. I already did it, man.
is he saying that the third one's getting some healing salve? Ooh. And I suppose Phil's putting it on. You even God. There are things that even get to me. Oh my God.
Dude. Come on, dude. That's disgusting.
Oh, I even got me on that one. I even got me.
Oh,
you got
God, that's nasty.
Oh God, no. What? Oh,
What the fuck, man?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I'm suffering as much as you. Ow, that's when you know
You're the one who said it, man.
I know, but afterwards, like boom, it's like now God, now I know I went over the line when I'm
Oh God.
Oh, God, help me. God help me.
You need all the help you can get.
Hey, man. Oh, that's what my
Oh. That's what your shrink says. Yeah, even your shrink can't give you enough help.
My shrink is now seeing a shrink because of me. Let's just put it that way.
Why am I not surprised?
Nah.
Why am I not surprised about that turn of events, Baird?
If anybody's surprised, you haven't been paying attention.
Hey,
around long, folks.
Hey, if you ever get a patient named Baron Ormantag, run as far as you can. Run far, run wide. I was about to sound like Elmer Fudd going, well, wide.
Run like you've never run before.
Legs don't fail me now. Feet don't fail me now. But Helion is asking, what are we talking about tonight? Well, looks like we've got another Concord on our hands, Baron.
Oh,
that's right.
Really?
Really? We got another Concord on our hands here.
I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked. No, I'm not. No, really.
One of the articles we will be talking about tonight is Wildlight Entertainment axing most of the team behind Highguard less than a month after launch. Oof. Ooh. Oh man, that article comes from
that left a mark.
Yep, from Bound in the Comics. And then we have 3.
Censor.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, see, I know my shit.
And then we have 3 articles we'll be talking about from Bound in the Comics. 2 are actually related to certain files, if you know what I mean.
Well, there's a lot of trials going on right now.
Files, not trials.
Oh, files.
Okay,
files. Okay.
Files, man. Files. Clean out them ears, boy.
The funny thing is, I did earlier, and it's like, my tinnitus is acting up. I hear a lot of ringing right now.
I guess you. But our first article that we'll be reading from Cosmic Book News says Castlevania revival announced for 40th anniversary with Belmont's Curse. If you're a fan of Castlevania games, well, guess what? We're getting a brand new game.
Yeah.
And then our next two articles from Cosmic Book News, well, say this. The first one says Epstein files email shows Oscar outcomes being predicted before nominations.
I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked. No, not really. Not really.
No, you shouldn't be shocked, right?
Yeah. It's just, no, I'm not shocked.
And the other article says Epstein files reveal Batman emails, premieres artwork, knives, and something darker.
God. I don't see. I don't even want to think about that. To the Epstein cave.
Oh God, Baron! Fuck no!
Hey, at least I didn't say the island.
Cave. I hear it's even worse.
Uh-oh.
And then the main article we'll be talking about in tonight's show is Deadpool and Wolverine writer reacts to viral Tom Cruise versus Brad Pitt AI fight. Says it's likely over for us. And when we're reading that article, I have something to show you that I made using Grok AI.
Are you sure you can show that on here? What you showed me earlier is like a little bit too hot for this, or is it a different one?
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Klingons and Jim Hadar doing it? What were you trying to do? Give validation to Starfleet Academy?
What the fuck, man? What the fuck? I wouldn't even go that far.
Like Ash would.
I would have a Klingon breaking the arm of a human, but
Ooh.
Because Klingons could do that.
Yeah. Rip their arms off and start beating them to death with it.
No, that's a Wookiee, Baron.
Oh, sorry. I should have been a little bit faster. Especially when they hit the old nose candy. Probably hit the nose candy along with RFK Jr.
Oh God, dude, you're definitely. I don't know.
Didn't you see that? Didn't you see that interview with RFK Jr.? He said he's not afraid. He's not afraid of germs because of all the times he snorted cocaine off of a toilet. I am not kidding. Go look it up. It's out there.
All right, but I'll look it up. But I'm not.
I'm
looking
not
it up during the show.
Yeah. No, don't, because I don't need you going, oh my God, Baron, in my ear again, because I was right.
And of course, I want to say hello to Shane. I hope you're doing well. And Helion has now joined us over on the YouTube side.
Rumble was good enough.
No, Rumble's fine. But I suppose we should get into. I know you are. I suppose we should get into our first article here.
Well, I mean, we're only 13 minutes into the show. We usually don't get to the first article until 45 minutes into it.
Yeah, but Cash isn't here. We could get to the show quicker tonight.
Yeah, because you know how he talks, and we don't have to, deal with this.
You know what really grinds my gears?
No, we don't have to. Well, these people, guys, we got to do this. Got to do what? We're doing it. You're talking about it. We're doing it.
Yeah. Get out of your parents' basement, man.
But let's go ahead and get into our first article here, Baron. I was so excited to play.
That got a gong because it was so good.
I was so excited to play one of the new transition videos. I hit the wrong one.
I know that. I was wondering what the heck's going on. I didn't touch anything. You better not blame me for this one. You can blame me for the gong, but not for
I was so excited to play that.
It looked great. Wow.
I don't know. I mean, it just took a while. It's like rock.
I can imagine. Bad grok. Bad grok.
I wanted to look this way. Backing around a few times. And
One of them had boobies bouncing all over the place. You watched it about 20 times before you told Croc to change it.
Barrett, you know I couldn't play that. Not on YouTube, not on Rumble.
No,
You kidding? They pulled me so quick, I wouldn't even know what happened.
Babies.
As was, good to see you. But we had this article from Bounding in the Comics, and like I said, it's telling us that Wildlight, there I go again, Entertainment axes most of the team behind Highguard less than a month after launch. Gosh. Baron, you might have to pull me from the game early. I'm already giving up a few runs.
Wow, you're
We're only in spring training.
Well, yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, you're just all hopped and excited about all those new things you're working on with the grok there.
I am.
Rocknator. Yeah, and rightly so. Rightly so.
I mean, let's look at it this way, Barrett. Yes, I am using AI to create these transitions, but it works out better than paying Adobe or someone else to make the transitions for you.
You're right.
And I could make them in DaVinci, and I'll keep practicing until I get it to where I think it looks good. I'll use something to supplement in the meantime.
Well, I mean, we ain't got money. We need to do something.
Yeah.
I ain't got no money.
I'm not Mr. Gotrocks. I'm not like Cash. I'm not jumping in the money bin each and every weekend.
No, we're definitely not like El Cashola.
It's not a liquid. It's a great many pieces of solid matter that form a hard floor-like surface. Ah!
Maybe that's where he is.
Maybe.
In the hospital. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go jump on my buddy bed. Cash, you do realize what's gonna happen?
It was nice knowing you.
Yeah. They call me Daddy No Bucks. Yeah. Yeah.
No bucks.
But this article from Spencer Bercouli at Bounding in the Comics says, as definitive of a move as any when it comes to solidifying the ill-fated hero shooter's popular reputation as Concord 2.0, Wildlight Entertainment has officially cut back on their Highguard operations, and in doing so, laid off most of their studio dev team. Not good. Not good. Already on the back foot with players after Wildlight Entertainment entered into a month-long radio silence following the game's initial reveal at the Game Awards 2026. Yeah, they pushed for it. By they, I mean the guy that runs the Game Awards.
Yeah, that weenie.
Highguard failed to help itself by the time its January 26th release for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC platforms. Many players finding the game to be not outright terrible, but really just boring.
Which
That's
is
not good.
Just as bad. Yeah, that's just as bad. You don't want to go into a boring game, especially when it's supposed to be a shooter bang 'em up. Okay, I'm gonna shoot this squirrel. Bang! Wow.
Nothing happened.
Yeah,
that's what the squirrel's not dead. What the heck?
Yeah. Well, actually, it did die. It was rolling around laughing so hard it had a heart attack.
Oh. All right, so it says mashing up every popular mechanic from recent years, including active resource mining, a la Fortnite, MOBA style lane running, League of Legends, and purchasable between round upgrades, a la Counter Strike 2. The game was simply too empty, tedious, and perhaps worst of all, plain to really find an audience in a world filled with Marvel rivals, Fortnite, and even Minecraft.
Don't go up against Minecraft. You'll get your ass handed to you every time. They're fanatics. They love their Minecraft.
Oh yeah, they do. And Red Stone, it is good to see you. Says popped in to say hi and thanks for the raid. Back to work on the bike. Oh, not a problem. I saw that you were streaming last night, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give him a raid. He's come by my channel with a raid. I'm gonna return the favor. Hell, as I noted during my playtime on Bounding into Comics YouTube channel, the best part about the game is its flawless mountain riding mechanic, and it's derived from paladins. And though
Paladin, where do you roam? Paladin, far, far from home. Sorry, I was have gone with trouble. Just keeping my mind.
I know where that's from.
I know you do, but I bet you most of the chat doesn't.
And though Wildlight Entertainment CEO Dusty Welch previously boasted of the team's resilience in the face of its initial negative reception, it seems that its spirits could not weather the economic realities, thus leading them to pull the plug on almost the entirety of their operation. I mean, that character's not a bad-looking character model, but
yeah, I mean, finally they're making women look like women. I'm assuming that's a woman, at least, unless they're making men look like women.
I don't know.
But yeah, it looks like a good model. Good,
but rather
good pixels. Good pixels.
Mm-hmm. But rather than an official announcement, the news was broken to the public courtesy of Wildlight Entertainment's now former Highguard level designer Alex Granner, who on the morning of February 11th informed his LinkedIn followers that unfortunately, along with most of the team at Wildlight, I was laid off today. I mean, that's unfortunate whenever anybody loses their job. And
oh yeah.
But it also goes to show that maybe they should have told Jeff at the Game Awards this game isn't ready yet.
Well, who knows what he was threatening them with?
Yeah, who knows?
Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Should we call him Jeffy from now on? Hey, Jeffy.
This one really stings as there was a lot of unreleased content. I was really looking forward to that, and that I and others designed for Highguard, said Garner. However, I'm excited for my next adventure. If your team or anyone you know needs an experienced level designer, hit me up. Unfortunately, who knows if he will be picked up because of the fact that the game failed. And this shows everything that he worked on. It says, shortly thereafter, the news making the rounds on social media, the remaining Wildlight Entertainment team finally provided a statement on their decision to Kotaku. Therein declaring, today, we made an incredibly difficult decision to part ways with a number of our team members while keeping a core group of developers to continue innovating on and supporting the game. We're proud of the team, talent, and product we've created together. We're also grateful for players who gave the game a shot, and those who continue to be part of our community. Well, if you're so proud of what the team did,
yeah,
why'd you let them go?
Yeah, exactly.
Why couldn't you find another position for them?
Mm-hmm.
ultimately what lies ahead for Highguard, or more realistically, how long it will last in skeleton crew mode before being totally shut down, remains to be seen. For now, the game is still live, and for those with a morbid curiosity, available to free to play of charge. I don't know that I would pick it up, but I mean, it's free. I could have always try it once and go, okay, I tried it. I'm done.
Well, it's like right there, just saying, don't invest your time.
Yeah,
Even if it's free, why invest your time?
exactly. Because you're going to feel like your time's been wasted.
And in admitting that they have all this other stuff that they have ready to go. I mean, it sounds like it's done and ready, and just okay. We're going to start releasing, maybe some polishing up here and there. It's like all that other hard work and money that was dumped into it. It's like, yeah, it's Jeffy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to come out and say it. The Game Awards, especially this last one that we watched, that they actually showed the trailer for Highguard, it showed up. I was like, whatever. Because I didn't care. And honestly, the Game Awards themselves were a joke.
Oh, they were a joke last year, too.
And the year before that.
Yeah, I didn't see the one year before that one. I just remember Harrison Ford coming out with all the ganja smoke following him, and then Snoop Dogg. Both of them sitting back there sharing, each other's prime stuff. It's like, here, give this a try, Harrison.
Hey, Snoop, try this. And make sure they stay off your plane.
I call it Wookiee fur. Ugh.
What the hell is a Wookiee anyway? I did it for the money when I made those Star Wars films. That's all I cared about. I know, I'm trying to make him sound like Batman.
I'm Solo.
Padawannabe says, and Power World is looking better and better all the time. They have made a good game so much better that with every edition. Yeah, well, it shows that the people that were making Power World actually cared. And even with, Nintendo throwing legal hurdles in their way, they said, fine, you know what? We'll see your legal hurdles and we'll do this.
And we'll raise you.
Those
apples. Or I should say, how's those cherry blossoms? There we go. No, because they're Japanese.
But what are your thoughts, Baron? Yes, this game hasn't been shut down like Concord has.
Yet.
But here it is, a month after, well, not even a month after release. With the game being released on January 26th. Just a few weeks. And Wildlight Entertainment's already saying goodbye to their team.
Well, yeah, and a ton of money, too. I mean, my one question is, how many people that were on that team were just wasted space because they had to be there, or whatever?
Oh, you mean like a check mark? Yeah. No. Okay. We need to fill this quota for our hiring standards. Right. Let's hire that guy, the guy that's being chased by the donut. Give him some relief.
Whoa! I don't get chased by donuts.
Yeah,
I chase donuts. But no, we're talking about people like this. I mean, I'm ready to work. And the G's I mean, it just. I mean, how much money did they dump into this? Just like Concord. The thing is,
I can look it up, but I don't know if those figures are readily available.
Or if we have the full amounts. And it got me thinking while we're going through the story and the fact that Jeffy was pushing how much of the stuff that they said were going to be added in was going to be part of the base game when they got everything prepared and properly released to the public instead of squirrels dying of laughter because you tried to take a shot at them. They don't have all the things that were out there previous to compensate them for their failures. The best they can do is write off, but you can't live by write-offs. It's still losses. You're still losing. You're coming to an area now that you start wondering how soon till this is going to be the company crusher. It's like we can't keep the lights on no more. It's time to sell the brand or whatnot. Or we just close this. Again, it was like we're not listening to the gamers out there. I mean, you have Space Marine 2, which is still going strong. Obviously, you do have the online presence where you can, PvP and all that stuff, but you still have the single player story mode that you can go out there and kick butt, Tyranid butt, amongst the others. And a lot of us were sitting back saying, well, you should have at least incorporate both if you want in that case. Because not everybody wants to go out there, all the time doing PvP. They like to go in there and be immersed into a story, which is something that seems to be getting lost now with the game designers because they want to be the next Fortnite or the next Minecraft.
Or the next Marvel Rivals. And
right.
I mean, Marvel Rivals doesn't have the player base that it had when it initially lost, but there are still people there who are routinely playing it.
Right. And that's to be expected. Everything's going to drop down after a little bit. But I don't know what I'm talking about either. So you and me both. And that's the thing. Again, they need to start listening and start realizing that quit trying to keep up with the Joneses. Yeah. And actually, you have a creative team, be creative. Think about something, put it together, and then throw away all the other garbage like the DEI crap. We don't need that. We just need a good story. We need a good premise. Let's throw in some PvP. That way, let's at least in that sense try to make everybody happy to a degree, and just go forward with making a good game, a good premise, not a good virtual signal. And when you don't have anybody to back you up anymore because China can't do it, China. And a lot of the government programs have been dried up, thank God. It's not just the game industry; it's also the movie industry. All that's feeling that pinch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time for people to start weeding out the idiots that can't switch gears from handout mode to actually producing mode. So let's see what happens.
I mean, who knows? Maybe, yes, even with a skeleton team, maybe Highguard will be able to rebound and over time, build up a new reputation. If Concord's an example, well, we could see that game being shuttered even this year. I mean, it wasn't that long before Concord was shuttered 2 years ago.
Well, it's about the same amount of time right now as we're looking at it. Concord was done almost, doors open, doors closed. Have a nice year.
Mm-hmm.
They should try to keep it going as much as possible with that skeleton crew and start releasing what they, as the one, the head developer, lead dev said that they had, and start releasing them, the first one out as soon as possible, and then see if something happens. And it
Mhm.
should be released for FREE. This is time to go out there and do damage control. And then you can start thinking about the other ones as DLC, actual pay for, which is what they want.
Yeah, that's how they plan on not only keeping more people employed, but keeping the game itself going. Is for you to buy those DLCs,
Right.
that pay to win content.
Right, exactly. So, like I said, the first one should be released as soon as possible, and FREE. Take the loss on that one. Use it as your quote unquote dime bag, and hope that it is a proper dime bag to get people's interest in it. Because if that fails, then you might as well just forget it. If it starts renewing and perking interest, then it's like, okay, let's start polishing up the rest of it, and maybe we can start bringing some people back and the important ones, and get some other stuff going here. But
And
I don't know.
I don't know why I can't see it in StreamYard, but I can see it because I have to check my chat, YouTube on the vertical and horizontal feed. But I do see it, Mike. Comic Relief Crusader. It's not showing up in StreamYard, but I do see it. And he says, Crusader Raid.
Hey, Mike.
Welcome, brother. Welcome.
Woo! The Canadians are invading. The Canadians are invading. Oh.
And Shane says, Baron is mad. And let's see. Hold on. It skipped on me. Dang it. I hate it when it skips on me.
There. Up for you, buddy.
Baron is mad that Rachel Ziegler didn't get to play Wolverine. Sexism is real.
I'd put a hard no on that. Like I said, I'm a DC guy, not a Marvel guy. I want Rachel Ziegler to play Batman.
Oh God, no! God, no! It's real.
She made a new Batgirl, and he can do the run.
If there's one soundbite that will last for quite a while past its due date, it's that one.
I'm Batman.
No, I'm Batman. But we do have another story that we're going to get to, also gaming related. So I'm going to go ahead and get right to it.
Grab your joysticks.
Baron.
What?
No, nobody needs to know what you're doing right now.
You said gaming, right? A joystick for gaming. Come on. Where is... I like the dancing controllers.
Well, I wanted it to be fun.
I know. I'm complimenting you.
I'm just letting you know. I wanted it to be fun, but I also want to thank Ben Anthony for following the Rumble channel. Welcome aboard.
Hey.
Glad to have you here.
Welcome to the Monkey House.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
Same thing, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, happy little controllers dancing. I mean, it's like Bob Ross. And here we have a happy little controller. And we're going to play happy little games where we go and shoot happy little things. And the game YouTube.
Yeah. That's what Cash and I had to say several times Friday night playing Evil West, which is a glitchy mess in co-op. It's fine single player, but when you're playing co-op, because if you go back to my Friday night stream on Rumble Baron, you'll see at one instance I'm facing one way fighting the enemy, and then it glitches to another side. It's like, what the fuck? You even hear me a couple times saying, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, when you were playing solo, the problems were yours, not the game's, and now it sounds like the game is getting revenge on you. How dare you beat me? And you bring that chin guy in too.
Yes. But Baron, let me ask you this. Have you ever played a Castlevania game?
No, but I did get that when they had it for free on Epic. So, no, just
the Konami collection of Castlevania games. That's the one that you got?
Yeah, yeah.
I recommend you
Talk about-
play him, dude.
Yeah, I plan on doing so. Good old-fashioned side-scrollers. Kick some Castlevania butt.
I don't want modern developers ruining Castlevania either, Shane.
No. I don't want any developers doing anything that we had.
No. But this article was released on February 12th. To some of us, we know it as Lincoln's birthday. You know, we used to have 2 holidays this month. Lincoln's birthday and Washington's birthday. Remember those days,
That
Baron?
we did.
Yeah.
I miss those days.
Now it's lumped into
Then
one.
they turned into press.
Yeah, I was going to say, then they lumped it into just one day called President's Day, and that's tomorrow. I'm thinking, you idiots.
Yeah, originally it was just okay. We'll just combine Lincoln and Washington's together. We'll call it President's Day. Now it's for other presidents. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah.
Right. Sure.
We can celebrate
But-
Millard Fillmore and William Henry Harrison and Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Yeah, it was. It was. And he did manage to get them to one World Series win in 95.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you
he
know
was the
what?
owner.
But he didn't get the one. Where's the first, baby? We're gonna win, Twins. We're gonna score. We're gonna win, Twins. Watch that baseball soar. Okay, back to you, Mike.
And Barron's referring to the 1991 Kirby Puckett led, excuse me, Minnesota Twins. I don't know why I'm coughing so much.
I don't know. From worst to first. And I'm looking at my Kirby ball right now.
And the ironic thing, Barron, the Braves were also worst to first that year.
Yeah. Just not first enough. Well, they were first place losers.
Oh, oh God, Aaron. you like to make enemies, don't you?
Hey, it's the Atlanta Braves. Come on, Twins.
If Whoopa was here, I'd be picking on the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah. You got it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not taking any offense. Twins suck. Really, look at them. They suck.
Yeah. No one's as bad as the Dodgers. We could say that because Cash isn't here. I'd still say it even if he was.
Yeah.
But this article by Patrick Scanlon was posted Thursday. And, of course, it says that Konami has announced a new Castlevania game. So, it says the doors of Castlevania, excuse me, 1 second, are opening again. Yeah, that Iron Gate. You just make sure that you have the sound of Godzilla roaring. Because that's where they got that sound from.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes, it was an Iron Gate. But
makes sense though.
It says Konami has officially announced a revival of the long-running franchise to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the original 1986 release of Akumejo Dracula, along with a revamped portal site. A brand new official X account has launched, promising updates, announcements, and what the production team calls numerous new products tied to the series. Leading the charge is a brand new 2D action exploration title, Castlevania Belmont's Curse. Details below. I hope they don't screw it up. I'm just like Shane. To celebrate the 40th anniversary of Castlevania, we revamped the official portal site and launched a brand new official X account. We'll be sharing the latest news and updates from the series, so be sure to follow us.
You just said that.
I'm just reading it officially from Konami.
Okay. But I'll say one thing though, right now. You know how we were talking about with the last story into this one.
hmm
What a chance to do a side scroller game in this era when so many people are fixated on that first person shooter, right? And it
Right.
shows that even side scrollers are still longed for. And you think, no one wants to do those no more, but no, boom. I mean, there's enough of a call that they say, hey, let's bring Castlevania into a next generation here.
hmm Well, I mean, side-scrolling beat 'em ups, they've brought those back in the last few years.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
the latest one was, Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Yeah. Finish him.
And Tree Rock mentioned Silk Song. It says Castlevania Belmont's Curse revealed. Title Castlevania Belmont's Curse. The new game is set 23 years after Castlevania Dracula's Curse. And that was actually the third game in the NES series. And follows a young successor to Trevor Belmont. It's always a member of the Belmont family that leads the way against Dracula.
I'm glad I'm not a Belmont.
The story moves the action to medieval Paris in 1499. Monstrous creatures erupt from the shadows as the city burns. Armed with the legendary vampire killer whip, a new Belmont ventures into the streets and a looming castle to stop the invasion and save the city. Konami is partnering with Evil Empire and Motion Twin on the project. Studios known for their work on the 2D action space. Well, I mean, they need other studios to do it because they don't have any way to do it in-house anymore like they used to.
Yep.
To deliver what is described as a modern take on the franchise's exploration-driven gameplay. That could be taken in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
The tagline reads, Crimson Curse. Will your fate bloom in despair or salvation? The game is currently slated for release this year.
Wow.
Yes. So let's take a look at the trailer, see what they give us. I know it's going to be only a teaser trailer, but so to switch over screens and we'll take a look at this.
Jesus.
At least what they have so far.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm switching it over.
Oh, I can't watch this.
Well, I mean, we have that warning disclaimer, so here we go.
PlayStation.
Nice logo.
In the name of
It is.
His Royal Majesty, by the grace of God, the King of France.
Looks like it's a female character.
Oh, that's it. DEI. It's woke. I'm kidding.
If it keeps the core mechanics and story of Castlevania, it'll be good.
It will. Yeah, as long as they don't put garbage in there.
Yeah.
Looks good though.
I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I like the visuals.
Yeah.
So now, we appeal to you, Trevor Belmont, last of House Belmont.
That doesn't look like a Trevor.
Nope. Trevina?
Perhaps. But I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it might have potential. I don't want to get too excited. I know what happens when I get too excited about a new game coming out, and then it's officially released, and it's like, oh, you guys screwed it up.
It's like the Cubs losing. Yeah.
Oh, shut up! It's like the Twins losing.
Yeah.
Just want to see if there's anything else left in this article here.
Ooh.
Yes, there is. It says whip-driven combat returns, as we saw in the teaser trailer. The vampire killer is front and center. Belmont's Curse promises expanded whip mechanics, allowing players to swing like a trapeze artist and use the weapon creatively in fast-paced combat. It's not just about cracking enemies from a distance. Oh, come on. I always liked cracking the enemies from a distance.
Well, they say it's not just about.
I know. Mobility and timing. Yeah.
Better be careful. You're probably going to get Pat want to be excited. So just careful as you go along, continuing reading this.
And it says, let's see, trapeze artist and use the weapon creatively in fast-paced combat. It's not just about cracking enemies from a distance. Mobility and timing appear to be key elements of the new system. I mean, that's fun. I mean, I have to do it right now when I'm playing Shinobi. Combat won't rely solely on the whip, however. Players will have access to a wide range of weapons and abilities requiring strategic planning during encounters. Well, I'm just gonna die anyway.
Mr. Ramble.
I know. Let's see what everyone's saying. The Twins cheated their way to win a World Series. It was a best of 7 series. It could have gone either way.
She's still on that? Oh, okay.
Like Castlevania 3, Belmont's Quest, yeah. No, Pata. You had complete control of the whip in 3. I haven't played that one, so I didn't know that. Classic Castlevania staples are also returning, including secret chambers and hidden items, puzzle-heavy environments, traps, and environmental hazards, and memorable characters and powerful foes. The developers emphasize the success will require brains as much as brute force.
Well, that leaves me out of it.
I was just going to say, well, forget that. Me smooth-brained.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I'm smooth-brained.
Smoother than you are. Smoother than you.
A new Gothic-style art, as we saw in the trailer. Belmont's Curse expands on the series' Gothic roots with a colorful new art style. While still leaning into dark castles and nightmarish creatures, the presentation aims to offer a fresh visual identity for modern platforms. And it's good to see Lady Mist.
Hi, Lady Mist.
Just in time to hear the rest of this Castlevania article. Lady Mist, have you ever played a Castlevania game? I know Shane has. The revival appears designed to blend classic Castlevania DNA with contemporary 2D design sensibilities. Platforms and release. Excuse me again. Castlevania Belmont's Curse.
He's dying, folks.
Oh, I'm not dying. Castlevania Belmont's Curse is confirmed for PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series XS, and Steam. Lady Miss says that she didn't play the Castlevania games, but she did watch the anime. The games are fun. They're very fun. I mean, of course, the original Castlevania on NES, and you had Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. All three of those were on NES. Then you had 3 games on Game Boy. And you also had the Super Nintendo Super Castlevania game. Of course, you had Castlevania Symphony of the Night and several other ones.
Wasn't the first game out in the arcades too?
I don't remember it being out in the arcades. Let me do a little research. Maybe it was. I just remember the NES version.
I know a lot of that stuff, but 86 it still would have been prime arcade territory time.
And I know where you're going with that because there was a version of Super Mario Brothers out in the arcades.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mamma mia. Hey, do you see that new the ads for that new Jurassic Park where they're chasing Mario around?
No.
Yeah. I mean, the little Yoshi and Mario and Luigi, and then the Tyrannosaurus Rex comes, and it's like, oh, yeah. Wow, talk about mashing 2 franchises together there. The new Jurassic World, I should say. It's not Jurassic Park no more.
Let's see. There was a Japanese exclusive Castlevania arcade released in 2009, from what I'm seeing.
Wow, that would have been neat. They should have brought one here. Japanese get all the fun.
Yeah. And, well, I mean, some information is saying that there was Castlevania the arcade over in Japan again, 2009. It was, Razor and BJ Resolution, but nothing about something that would have appealed to us as 80s kids. They're in the bowling alley or they're at the roller skating rink or wherever we happen to be. And
actual arcades, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the end of that article. I don't know. I thought the gameplay looked good, and I hope to see a little bit more as we get closer to the release. It does say 2026. It just doesn't say when in 2026. It could be in the summer. It could be near the end of the year when we finally get it.
Yeah, hopefully the controllers won't be screwy and all that stuff. So yeah, hopefully it will be a good game. It'd be nice to excuse me. I'm suffering the same as you, Mike, and I don't know why. I think it's because we got almost spring early. I mean, 50 degrees here in Minnesota.
Yeah, and for us, it's been awfully cold this winter. But today, the high was at a 47, but it was raining. But still,
yeah. But
it's starting to get a little warmer, so all that pollen is starting to come back out.
Well, I'm sure we'll get hit with a big snowstorm coming up here next month. We usually do during the March Madness type of time of year. And basically also the high school hockey championship, definitely then. But yeah, it'd be nice to see a big win in the video game industry for somebody that deserves it. And hopefully it deserves it.
Yeah, Castlevania does deserve it. And of course, you're already seeing what I'm bringing up next. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep my eye on any other Castlevania news to, see what's being talked about, and we'll mention it here on Pop Talk as well.
And I hope that Tornado Watch remains a watch. Hell yeah.
Yeah. You don't need a tornado touching down. Nope.
Nope.
But I will go ahead and get to this next article. All right, so this first article here from Cosmic Book News in relation to the Epstein files says that Epstein files email shows Oscar outcomes being predicted before nominations. In other words, being spoiled. Spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this one, shall we? So make sure that I have the article posted on Rumble, posted on YouTube. And yes, the articles are still and always will be in the description below if you wish to read it, if you're catching it with us live or catching the show on the replay. So this one is by Matt McGloin. It was posted last Friday, February 6th. And it says, one second.
Okay.
A newly surfaced email from the Epstein files shows a Hollywood insider confidently predicting multiple Oscar outcomes before the nominations were officially announced and getting them right. The email dated January 24th, 2011 was sent by veteran Hollywood publicist Peggy Siegel, to why did I say Peggy Siegel? Because I was thinking of Katie Siegel. That's why.
Oh, I thought you were thinking of Fat Stephen.
No.
Hmm.
Peggy Siegel to an email address associated with Jeffrey Epstein. The subject line simply reads Anne Hathaway. At the time the message was sent, Oscar nominations had not been announced. Here is the email.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Oh my.
Yep. In the email, Siegel writes that Anne Hathaway had just landed the role of Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises, directed by Christopher Nolan and starring Christian Bale. Siegel then goes further, making a series of declarative awards claims. Nolan's Inception will be nominated for Oscars. Bale will win Best Supporting Actor for The Fighter. The language is not speculative. Siegel does not write could or might. He states the outcomes as certainties. Makes you wonder what information she had.
Mm-hmm.
He also
Sorry.
She also adds that Anne Hathaway is hosting the Oscars, which was first announced in November 2010.
Mm-hmm.
What happened next? Those predictions later proved accurate. Inception went on to receive 8 Academy Award nominations and won 4 Oscars. Bell won Best Supporting Actor for The Fighter. All of this occurred after the email was sent.
Mm-hmm.
So could we say that the Oscars are rigged? The hell you say?
Yeah. Oh. Just a second. You didn't have it ready.
What do you mean?
you say?
There we go.
You know that one's more near the top.
Yeah, well, it took me a little bit. Okay. I wasn't.
I ain't saying anything. I'll keep my mouth shut this time.
I was in the gutter as usual.
Boobies.
Babies.
Timing is the key detail. The email timestamp places it one day before the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences officially announced the nominations for the 2011 Oscars. The actual 2011 Oscars took place February 27th, 2011. While Inception and Belle were widely considered strong contenders, the outcomes were not yet public or confirmed at the time Siegel sent the message. Yeah, but she had to know somebody who knew, who spilled the beans.
Bean spillers.
Baron failed.
I did. Well, I guess it did.
And it says why Siegel was sharing Oscar chatter. Siegel may have been predicting the Oscar race, but the timing, accuracy, and certainty of her claims ahead of the official announcement stand out. She also, regularly kept Epstein looped in on her Hollywood dealings, sharing insider chatter with wealthy, well-connected financiers Siegel was also friends with. And let's show Baron his door prize.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh.
In door number 1, Harvey Weinstein.
Folks, I did not see this article beforehand. But it just seemed, deduction.
Everybody's favorite, at least in Hollywood, piece of shit. Other emails also indicate Epstein was apparently a big Batman fan, which may also help explain why Siegel kept him updated on developments connected to The Dark Knight Rises. Epstein attended the Batman v Superman premiere and after party. Which brings us to our next article related to that one. So I'm not even going to bother playing the next article.
Ooh, good.
Transition when these stories are connected. That's another reason why I selected it. Epstein files reveal Batman emails, premieres, artwork, knives, and something darker. This article is also by Matt McGloin, and it was also posted on February 6th. It says newly released records from the Justice Department reveal more than 100 emails tied to Jeffrey Epstein that reference Batman, pointing to an unusually sustained interest in the character that spans Hollywood events, merchandise purchases, artwork or gifts, and deeply troubling personal correspondence.
Mm-hmm.
The emails span several years and show Batman appearing across radically different contexts, from movie premieres and fan chatter to private exchanges involving money, control, and coercive language. Epstein attended the Batman v Superman premiere and party. Emails confirm Epstein attended the premiere and after party for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Gosh, that movie put me to sleep.
Da, 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 da.
To the bed and Bill, Robin. What are we doing? You're going to your room to go to bed. I'm going to my room and going to bed. Holy snooze fest, Batman. That's what it was for me.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's Epstein with his tub of popcorn with the whole cut out in the bottom of it.
Oh God. I don't even want to imagine where you're going with that.
I just stopped. I came to a stop. Came to a stop. Not going further. Not going further.
The correspondence shows staff coordinating ticket pickup, seating, and guest access, with Hollywood publicist Katie Siegel involved in securing passes and clarifying after-party arrangements. Multiple emails reference Radio City Music Hall and follow-up logistics later that evening. Epstein's presence at the event was previously reported in 2019 when outlets noted that he attended the after party with Siegel. At the time, one studio executive was asked why a convicted sex offender was at the event but declined to comment. Of course, they declined to comment. It's Hollywood.
I just called up, just called up that Peggy just to see what she looks like, and yeah, she looks like she would have been good friends, with Jeffy.
Is it something that we could show on screen, or is it something?
Oh
that...
I'm not
I'm
looking.
curious. That's why I'm asking.
But
I also want to make sure it's not something that's gonna make us go, "Oh shit, get that off."
Well, I mean, I'm not guaranteeing that, but I'm not guaranteeing her looks. Let's just put it that.
I'm not talking about that. I'm making sure that it's appropriate to show.
Yeah, it is appropriate. It's just like backstage stuff and stuff like that. The
Hobnobbing it,
stuff like that. The hobnobbing, yes, there we go. I wouldn't jeopardize, no matter how devious I am.
You devious? No,
never. I know. I would never. She's the one on the left.
I kind of figured.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
But, like someone who would visit the island.
Yeah, but you don't have Marianne at that island, so I ain't no stinking island that I have no business being there to begin with.
I'd never be there either, especially if she was hanging around.
That's not.
Yeah.
It says a series of messages details the logistical efforts behind Epstein's attendance, including assigning staff to pick up tickets, confirming 4 seats and after party passes, verifying Epstein's name on security door list, addressing last minute changes tied to his travel. The emails show that Epstein's attendance was actively coordinated rather than incidental. His presence appears directly tied to his friendship with Peggy Siegel, who also represented Ben Affleck and arranged invitations for Epstein to attend multiple Affleck film premieres. Affleck.
No, I hate to think
no, Baron, it is Affleck, not Affleck. I'm trying to lighten the mood here, folks.
Well, I was going to say, being that Cash has been noted to be one of Affleck's greatest chin stand-ins, I hate to think that Cash was around at those parties. I hope he was smart enough never to attend.
Yeah.
It's like, there's Ben. Hey, this is Cash. He's the guy. When I need a stunt chin, this is the guy that does it.
Siegel also kept Epstein in the loop on Oscar season chatter involving Anne Hathaway, Christian Bale, and Christopher Nolan. And it says here, David Jordan, I made you a president of 2 24 by 36 prints framed, one of Batman, one of Superman, each one acknowledging their 80th birthday. When will you be back in New York? Sounds, can I send them to you? Let's see. Batman art gifted for the 80th anniversary. Separate correspondence reveals Epstein was gifted framed Batman and Superman artwork commemorating the character's 80th anniversary. Well, I mean, birthday too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I can see it.
Yeah. Sorry. My bad.
No problem. I'm the one that knocked it off. I should have put it back on. Batman.
It says one email describes the pieces as really, really cool, noting they were professionally framed and intended as a present. The message reinforces that the gift was personalized and aligned with Epstein's interests. It also talks about purchase of 9 Batman battering knives. Why do you need 9 of them? I mean, I have one
because you got to figure out.
I do have one. I do have one replica clean-on knife, but I can't show it on camera because of YouTube terms.
Boo, YouTube's boo.
Yeah. And another exchange, an Amazon order confirmation shows Epstein purchased 9 Batman batarang-shaped knives.
Maybe they had a batarang competition, throwing competition. And knowing those type of people, it's like they tie someone to, like the supervillains to tie some poor lass to a board, and they throw, and they have the balloons.
Oh,
try to hit
I mean, even in my area, there's a place where you can go and do axe throwing.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend who asked me, "Hey, you want to do that?" Sometimes I said, "All right." Me throw an axe, and that axe will not go to its intended target. It will probably fly off somewhere else.
Hey, you ain't lived until you threw the big battle axe at for throwing a short-handled one. Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
The quantity stands out and adds a broader pattern, indicating his engagement with Batman extended well beyond the films and events into collectible merchandise. It's Batman films, Deadpool, and pop culture shared casually in emails. Epstein also forwarded and received Batman-related media updates, including an email announcing the release of the first Batman v Superman teaser from director Zack Snyder. In another exchange, a correspondent wrote to Epstein, "Also, I came across a movie we need to see while it's in theaters. Better than Batman v Superman. Deadpool. Have you seen it yet?" Yeah, I saw it. I couldn't stop laughing. The casual tone mirrors typical fan chatter, further reinforcing that Batman films were a recurring topic in Epstein's personal communications, and also that people knew he was a fan of Batman. Well, Batman is cool. Who's not a fan of Batman?
I'm Batman. Batman.
Emails show social overlap with Batman film creators. One email chain includes Elon Musk, Nicholas Pritzker, and Epstein. Interesting. In the exchange, Musk asked whether Jonathan Nolan, the brother of Christopher Nolan and co-writer of Batman Begins, could join a dinner. The correspondence reflects social overlap, but does not indicate discussion of Batman projects, collaboration, or wrongdoing by those involved. Emails reference Batman in disturbing non-fandom contexts. Separate from pop culture references, a number of emails use the term Batman in a far more troubling context. Oh gosh, depending on what I see, I may just say nope. All hands. Stand by to eject the escape pods. In these exchanges, Batman appears to be used as a codename referring to a person, not the fictional character. Baron, how many times have you been told not to call yourself Batman?
I call myself Bat Boy in the World Weekly News. Bat Boy's cool. Cool.
Why would
You
you
see
need
that?
time? My name, shit.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
sounds like improv.
I mean, I can throw a baseball fly. An axe? Yeah. The messages discuss monthly payments, schooling, financial dependence, lie manipulation, and explicit threats of being cut off forever. One exchange includes Epstein asserting control and conditioning continued support on obedience and truthfulness. Another references money paid per month by Batman to someone dependent on that support. The emails do not explain who Batman is, but the language reflects a clear power imbalance and coercive dynamic that sharply contrasts the lighthearted fandom seen elsewhere in the records. Another says something about the mouse found a Batman. Includes a smiley face and references unknown image and text files. A pattern that raises serious questions. Taken together, the emails show Batman appearing repeatedly across Epstein's correspondence, from movie premieres and merchandise purchases to artwork, gifts, and deeply unsettling private exchanges. While some of the messages reflect fandom and Hollywood access, others underscore the disturbing nature of Epstein's personal communications. The documents do not clarify every reference, but the contrast itself is striking. Yeah. I don't want to know. I know there are people out there who do want to know. But I don't need to know in what context the term Batman was used for anything else. Hey. Thoughts, Baron?
Yeah. There. That's it. That's my thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah, because I haven't read the Epstein files that have been released. I don't know that I really want to. I know, like I said, I know there are people who want to read it, want to find out what's in those files, what it says, but I don't want to know every minute gross detail.
No. Yeah. I can sit back and say, what the hell?
So that's what I would say. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, am I surprised that someone like Epstein hung out with Hollywood? No. I mean, if he knew people like Harvey Weinstein and others, it's not a surprise.
Yeah. We knew he was in deep with Hollywood. We know that. I mean, he hung out with the likes of Spielberg and, of course, Harvey, and this Peggy. It's like Hollywood's a cesspool. One of the reasons why I don't give a crap about Hollywood anymore, and could care less about what's coming out, because I just kind of look at it and think, how many of you truly are the satanic beasts that you appear to be. You know, when you do this to children, um, vulnerable people, and it's not just women, it's men too, that were
Mm-hmm.
placed into these vulnerable positions and threats and promises for favors asked. We always knew about the stupid casting couches. Uh,
Yeah.
we know that some do go in there knowing exactly that there's a casting couch and more than willing to play it up and do anything they can to get where they are. They're willing to sell themselves. But we also know there's many that are just abused. And
Mm-hmm.
so is it a surprise that this
Abused
ghoul
and treated like
would
shit.
be, yeah, that you have this ghoul hanging out? I mean, you got to remember who was lesbian Hedlund. She was one of Harvey's little assistants. So right
Mm-hmm.
there, I mean, it's just, and don't tell me she didn't know.
You know
she
that she and others who worked with Harvey Weinstein knew things and know things.
and probably partook in things too. I'm not saying she did, but I'm just saying, they're a part of the party, folks.
Mm-hmm.
The hand-me-downs and stuff like that. It's like, okay, you can have this one. I'm done with them. So, and people wonder why the acolyte sucked so much. You just connect everything. It's like, why do I even want to watch Hollywood? Really, honestly, why do I want to watch these unyucks? It's bad enough when you start hearing about, well, especially in Britain, where they had the Rolfstang and Jimmy Savile and the others that did all these kids show stuff. And you start finding out, yeah, they were doing more than putting a show on for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Savile, well known for his Jim Will Fix It series that he had on the Beeb. And then you start finding out he's in good or what? He's dead now. But he was in good graces with the king and was knighted and such. Of course, the king was a prince back at that time, and stuff like that. It's like we're of course Andrew Mountbatten, Windsor, and all that he and his wife Fergie seems to be embroiled in with the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just give me a reason to care about these people, not the victims. I'm talking about Hollywood, the stars, the ones that go out there.
Give us a reason to care about the actors, the producers, the directors, the writers who could be involved.
Actors, yeah. I mean, how many of them go out there and profess themselves as Satanists? And they do.
Mm-hmm. They don't shy away from it.
Right.
I always thought that way about Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. Well, Lady Gagme.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's more than willing to go out there and show that vile side. It's like, I don't, a Marilyn Manson, for Christ's sake. I mean,
I mentioned Angelina Jolie, but Billy Bob Thornton. Remember when they were dating and I'm not making this up, folks. Each of them had a vial of the other's blood.
Yep. Done up as a little for around the neck, a little necklace, or whatever that was in. Yeah, wonderful, yeah. I think I'll ask the wife to do that. Hey, honey, let's show each other's love. Let's share each other's blood in a vial, huh?
I know what the long suffering would do to you.
Yeah, slap me upside the head with her cane. If I'm lucky. No, it's just ridiculous. And of course, even going into the gaming industry.
Mhm.
Yeah, the other week I was trying to talk about, because how difference between Games Workshop and Warhammer 40K and this new one, this Trench Crusade that's coming. That's somewhat coming out, and basically a lot of the stuff for this Trench Crusade, basically almost literally ripping off of Warhammer, except that it's taking place in 1917 and an alternate Earth, all that fun stuff. But you have the forces of God versus the forces of Satan in the game. That's the premise of it. Chaos and law, and of course, a lot of people, especially those that are getting a little disgruntled with Warhammer, started going in there, investing in the game, getting royally screwed over by the Hunyaks. But that's a different story. One of the things, though, is they're a complete and utter hostility towards those that were coming in that were proclaiming themselves Christian and couldn't wait to play the good guy side and all that, and they were literally being censored off the board, kicked off completely, and saying, we don't want your type there. Now, the difference, why that doesn't bother me, and that's the point I was going to make about that way back, a few weeks ago, why that doesn't bother me compared to 40K. 40K has been around for 40 years or so, very established, everything. And now you got these Hunyaks coming in, they're wanting to destroy this canon that has grown so immense that it even, let's face it, in some ways it even rivals Star Wars, right? This is just starting out, so at least we know where you're coming from. We know that you're a bunch of shysters. We know, people are getting their stuff from them, from their Kickstart, with books that are already out of date. The core rule book they're getting is already out of date. The miniatures have been badly processed to a point that even some of them still have liquid resin inside them. So you're going in there to cut, to take them off the sprues and all that, and all of a sudden you get resin pouring all over you. And there's gigantic holes through some of it, and all that. I mean, they really screwed. And of course, they won't do anything to fix those problems. It's like, well, you should have risked. Yeah, you read everything. You read everything on there, so it's, you're effed. And people still haven't gotten theirs. But at least we're starting off on the good footing here, knowing where you guys are, you filthy pieces of crap.
And good to see Jen Sparks here. He says nobody's really surprised that the entertainment industry is full of evil, degenerate, and satanic people. He also adds, and who knows how many of the younger stars have been indoctrinated by the Hollywood machine, but some are just keeping quiet about it. Or, you do hear about actors, some directors, some writers leaving Hollywood for various reasons. And, you hear how, some of the child actors are treated, and some of them leaving shows. I can't think of one of the girls' names, but she was on a Nickelodeon show. Yeah, you're back now. You're back now. But I can't think of her name at the moment. But there was a girl that was on one of the Nickelodeon shows. It was a popular show for a little while, and then it left, and she didn't want to be in Hollywood anymore. She completely left the acting scene.
Yeah.
And, think about Amanda Bynes.
Oh, God, that poor girl.
Yeah. Something happened to her that really, really fucked with her head.
Well, let's not forget that scumbag that was hanging around these sets. that was taking advantage of the young lads. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's disgusting what Hollywood does. And what they continue to do, we're just not hearing about it.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of Hollywood and their downward spiral, and I'm looking at this box office, nothing to,
no.
Blow your trumpet about. But let's go ahead and take a look at the weekend box office numbers, shall we, folks?
Woo! Woo!
I'm just making sure I hit the right one.
Mike, if you're going to take a shot, make sure it goes down the right pipe.
No, I haven't had anything. I haven't had anything to drink. I'm trying to clear my throat.
I know. I know. It was just kind of sounding like that. It's like, oh yeah, I've been there, done that.
Yeah. But Wuthering Heights, I don't even know what that movie's about.
The book. I think Jane Austen book? Forgive me if I'm wrong on that.
I don't read Jane Austen.
Well, it's a famous book.
I've never read it.
Some guy loses his cojones in it in an accident. I remember that from Cheers because Diane was trying to get Sam to read it. And Sam finally read it, but he read it in the tub, and it came to that point he dropped the book in the tub, and the book was all, how books are after they get wet like that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jed. I mean, you see what's happened to Jenna Ortega. She doesn't look the same.
Nope. And definitely Ariana Grande.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my God, she's a walking skeleton. Then they get mad because you kind of point out with concern, oh my God, what's wrong? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I mean, remember we had someone in the chat last year when I had mentioned something about Ariana Grande not looking well.
Mm-hmm. Our co-star.
Mm-hmm. But
the most demonic Jesus Christ out there. Which was, and not blasphemy either. They were.
And Wuthering Heights made $34.8 million, but in total right now it has $82 million worldwide. So I guess that's good. I don't know what the budget was. Want me to look it up and find out?
Yeah,
I'm cheating by copying it and then pasting it. I'm cheating.
Oh my God! I always do that.
I do it too. It's quicker, especially at the rate I type.
Yeah, Sam.
Because of my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Having cerebral palsy and all. The hands work, just not that well when I try to type.
I say the same thing about my brain.
Oh, let's see. Okay, so its box office number is $82 million. It had a budget of $80 million.
Oh, so hey, that's not a bad budget.
No, it has a chance of actually making a profit.
Mm-hmm.
It really does.
And and of course they're doing the one thing that I've seen adverts for it. They're really pushing the hot and heavy sex scenes. So I'm sure they'll get the young ladies, that like this romance stuff, all the tittering.
Oh, it's still popular. That genre is still very popular.
It really is. Not complaining, not making fun or whatever. It's like, hey,
If it wasn't popular, they would have made a movie about it.
Right, and but with a very respectful budget, if you ask me.
Hmm. Considering we've seen other movies like Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, or even the last Mission Impossible movie, 300 million plus.
Yeah, why? Why? None of those should be that expensive. None.
And the next movie that came in at number 2 is Goat. Small goat with big dreams gets a once in a lifetime shot to join the pros and play rollerball. A high intensity, co ed, full contact sport dominated by the fastest, fiercest animals in the world. Sounds like your house, Baron.
You should see what happens when some of them get their zoomies, especially a 40-pound mutt.
All right. Well, I don't know. 47 million seems respectable for an animated film.
Right, depends on the budget again. So, because some of these animated films can be absolutely ridiculous too. It's like,
Mhm.
come on, man.
Corn Pop, yeah, he's a bad dude. Real bad dude. Wonder if he knows about Crime 101, which was about an elusive thief eyeing his final score encounters a delusional insurance broker at her own crossroads. As their paths intertwine, a relentless detective trails them, hoping to thwart the multi-million-dollar heist they are planning. How many times do we have to see a heist movie? There's only so many different directions you can go with a heist movie.
Unless it involves a lot of boobies.
That's your selling point right there.
You got it.
And I'll be honest, depending on who the actresses in the movie, it would be my selling point too.
You got it.
I mean, heck, yeah, a lot of us had to go see that movie with Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried, but hey, that's a selling point to me.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't care about her acting. It's just how often we see them.
And of course, the Pacific414 Pop Talk story, Send Help.
Employee and her insufferable boss. Yeah, I can identify with the insufferable boss, all right.
Yeah.
They must overcome their past grievances, so they sit around and go, Kumbaya,
I think that's the one with Rachel McAdams.
Okay.
I actually saw a trailer for it. Imagine that. I actually saw a trailer for a movie that's at the movie theaters this weekend. I know it's been there for a while, but
I'm shocked. I'm just shocked.
It's not like I don't, try to watch things where I can see the movie trailers. It's just that there are a lot of times nowadays you don't hear about these movies.
Well, you need to go to hope they have another trailer fest at your theater.
Solo Mio left heartbroken in Rome after a wedding disaster. A stranded groom finds his ruined honeymoon transformed by a determined local and a few meddling travelers, proving that sometimes heartbreak is only the beginning. That doesn't grab me.
Hey, it's a me, the Pope. You have a heartbreak. Come on to the church. We'll make you a cardinal. No? Mamma mia.
I mean, you're in Italy, you might as well, get some good Italian food.
And some good Italian, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. A little Cavante.
With fava beans?
Yes. Everybody likes Chianti.
Oh, by the way, did you hear that the Hanyak who played Buffalo Bill is now apologizing and recanting his role because, oh, the injustice I did to the trans community.
Oh God.
It's like you realize your character was even closer to being more accurate to Ed Gein than Norman Bates was, and that's what Ed Gein was doing, was making a woman suit. Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All these actors are always apologizing for their roles.
Right.
Because they're trying not to offend people. They're trying to stay in the limelight.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, have some balls, dude.
Well, that's the trouble. The character is trying to get rid of his.
I know. All right, so our last 4 movies, well, technically 5, for this weekend box office, this dismal weekend box office. I mean, that's what we've been seeing even going into last summer. It wasn't all that great, but Zootopia 2, I think its run is finally over.
Right. Wow.
And it's all because of the international box office. It's even done anything.
Mm-hmm.
1.8 billion? That's nothing to sneeze at.
Thank you, China.
China. That's right, it's China. Everybody knows it's China.
Corn Pop. Well, that Corn Pop, he was a bad dude in China, too.
Baron Biden, Pacific Trump. That's right. Everybody knows. You all know it. Pop Talk is the greatest show on YouTube.
Stop the
No matter what
malarkey.
anyone says, it's the greatest.
Stop the malarkey.
Well, trust me, you and I was going to
You
say,
phony-
oh, Mike, stop that bullshit. Even you know you have good shows, and then you have not so good shows.
Mm-hmm. You pony face, whatever it is he said on that one, which was pretty good.
Yeah. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die. Sounds like we'll be playing a game.
Yeah. Are we coming to Pop Talk?
A man from the future arrives at a diner in Los Angeles where he must recruit the precise combination of disgruntled patrons to join him on a one-night quest to save the world from the terminal threat of a rogue artificial intelligence. Oh, Cash Money. Don't worry,
Yeah.
we'll get him back. He's at a convention right now, but we'll get him back. We'll keep him contained.
No, he's doing his Skylink thing right now. Skynet thing. There we go. Skynet, I should say.
And Avatar Fire and Ash dances with wolves with blue people.
Mm. Well, they shouldn't hold their breath.
And now they should.
Again.
And James, you don't have to make it for us here in the States. Just make it for the international audience that loves it.
Yeah. Well, it's probably it's all probably Canada that's bringing it in because he is a Canadian. And
Yeah, he
Oh,
is a
yeah,
Canadian native.
yeah, good day. Hey, we got to go and make sure that Jane Cameron movie's going good there. So grab a 2-4 and let's go see that Avatar film, eh?
Come on, you hoser. And Iron One, movie made by a YouTuber. Look how much it's made. They didn't have a big budget either.
Mm-mm.
That just goes to show you if the movie is good enough, people will come and see it. You don't need an exorbitant amount of money in your budget to make it. And you can turn a profit. Imagine that.
Well, I mean, that would be what we'd call like the beef, like Full Moon Entertainment and the others that we had back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Transers and Doll Man and Zone Troopers and the like. You know, it's like we need that where it's lower budget, done seriously, and trying to do the best you can. We need those, and hopefully that's exactly what this is. I more than approve, and it looks like it's got a little bit of a following there.
Yeah, which is a good thing. Now, what doesn't look like it has a good following is the new Dracula movie.
Dracula sucks, but what about the movie?
It bites.
It bites. Dracula.
Dracula, I want to suck your life away while you're in the movie theater.
Again, if it wasn't for the international,
It stinks.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and I think we're seeing a little bit of a what would you say, connection or whatever, that these films aren't doing good domestically. They're more international out there. It's like if you can't get the home,
For
it's
the
like,
international audience.
right?
No shame in it.
None of them. No. Well, I mean, there is some shame in it because you're a home studio making films for here, but yet the stuff you're making, the people are rejecting because it's absolute pure whatever. And the only way you can survive is going out in the world. That's a failure in my book. And nothing has the longevity as Cat Video Fest 2025.
Man, the little movie that could. I mean, to be able to make $1 million, considering that probably had a low budget in its own right.
Yeah, probably $17. How's that? It
I mean, with
costs
that $1 million, they can buy a lot of catnip.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It probably costs more money shipping it out to the theaters than actually making it, to be honest with you.
Yep.
And I'm not being, it's not a criticism or whatever. It's like, just little things. Yeah, I mean, it hung down there at the bottom, but I mean, it was constantly always there. It was still
It lasted for a while.
people
And
to register.
there was that 1 week where it wasn't on the list. We were disappointed. We checked the next week, and it's like, Baron, it's back.
It's back. DJ Ronnie G and his Turtles nerd.
Good to see DJ. I hope his Sunday has gone well.
Sunday.
Yes. Now, with this next story, which is the main story and the last story of the evening, I do have something I want to show you all after we read the article that I made with Grok's AI system. You can let me know what you think. Tell me it sucks. You can tell me, go F yourself.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, you do too. So does Cash, but he's not here. So
just make sure you put the right one on there. We don't need any strikes. I mean, I like the one with but make sure it's the right one.
Barrett. But let's go ahead and see what DJ has to say.
Ooh,
or turtle nip.
Turtle nip. There you go. You know what you need? That's like goldfish, isn't it? When you put a goldfish in they go one. You know what you need to do? You need to bring your turtles up to Nisswa when they have the great turtle races up there, Nisswa, Minnesota. Yeah, bring your turtles up and put them to the race. See how well those Staten Island turtles do.
Hey, don't worry. They'll take care of business, Baron. You ain't got nothing to worry about when it comes to the Staten Island turtles.
Yeah, 2 turtles got a hit put on them. Like boom, boom. Yeah, that's show item. Come on.
I don't know. One moment they were there, and the next moment the show it disappeared. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I hear strange things happen up here in Minnesota. Bigfoot and aliens and stuff like that. Maybe,
But let's go ahead and get into this last article, shall we? And, well, that's not the last of the new transitions, but we haven't had any breaking news, so I'm not going to be doing that one. But again, that was used by using Grok AI, telling it what I wanted, then having to show it what I wanted to get it just right.
You should have added the turtle in there just for DJ.
I should just make one with a turtle in it for DJ. Just a video every time he comes up, it's a turtle.
Oh, yeah.
And it's actually greedy.
Little pinstripe boots. Mm-hmm. Make them look like little mobsters.
But we have this article from Joy Parr of Geek Tyrant that was posted 2 days ago. And it says Deadpool and Wolverine writer reacts to viral Tom Cruise versus Brad Pitt AI fight and says it's likely over for us. And we are going to see it. We are going to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
AI generated movie clips are popping up everywhere right now. Big name actors, familiar franchises, wild action sequences, all stitched together from a few lines of text and a powerful algorithm. It's impressive. It's weird. And depending on who you ask, it might be a serious problem.
It's more than just a few lines of text. Trust me on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff I have just for still pictures, because I don't do any of the videos, but I tell you, it could be a paragraph or two to get everything in.
And Helion says, I had an ex we call Turtle because when Mini-Him wasn't happy, it went inside.
I'm not going to say I can sympathize with that because, I or identify with that. I don't want to be called Turtle.
Yeah, I've watched it too, Lady Miss, and it did look pretty well. You really had to, look at it and look for certain things to go AI.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if this is the fans doing it, Hollywood's further along.
Mm-hmm.
They're just waiting for the right moment. At least the AI actors won't be in scandals.
True. All right, it says the latest clip making the rounds was created using Cdance 2. From what's been reported, it took a 2-line prompt to generate a 15-second fight scene featuring digital recreations of Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. The AI versions of the actors throw down on a collapsing highway, complete with surprisingly intricate choreography and blockbuster-style chaos. It's the kind of thing that makes you pause for a second. Not because it looks perfect, it doesn't, but because it looks close enough to make people nervous. One of those people is Rhett Reese, co-writer of Deadpool and Wolverine. Reese saw the clip and cut straight to what it could mean for the industry he works in. I hate to say it, it's likely over for us, Reese wrote on X. He later clarified in the replies that he wasn't joking about his reaction. I meant that the way things are is over. That's a heavy statement coming from a guy who helped shape one of Marvel's most anticipated projects. Reese then zoomed in on what AI might already be doing on the screenwriting world. I suspect, could be wrong, that many screenwriters are using AI heavily in their writing, and many execs are using it heavily in their analysis of writing. So hilariously, all the people are sitting back watching is AI critiques what it just created. I mean, we've read some articles and we could have sworn that it was written by AI, just by the way their paragraphs, the wording, the phrasing, and
And Reese, you're not wrong. And see, that's the problem. They go and they have it write it out for them. They don't edit or they just basically rip the copy and send it in. It's like, no, you need to go through it. You need to personalize it. You need to go with stuff that you do that that it didn't tell you. I mean, it's a good start for getting something formatted out for the story, but it's not the end all. But what are they doing? They're using it as the end all as well, and that's just lazy. That's the epitome of lazy. In some ways, you might need to even work a little bit harder using AI because you have to make sure all the facts are straight.
And Gazillionaire says, I was wondering why the screen was so small, and then I realized I was on the stupid vertical feed. Well, Gazillionaire, the only reason I do the vertical and horizontal feeds during Pop Talk now is to try to get more eyes onto the channel and onto the show.
And to confuse you.
No.
He told me that.
No, it's not to confuse Gazillionaire. Dead internet theory. And it says that image is almost dystopian. Writers leaning on AI to draft scripts, executives feeding those scripts back into AI to judge them, software creating and evaluating its own output while the humans just sit and watch. Later, Reese clarified that he wasn't celebrating the tech, he was worried about what it means for writers and artists. You're still going to need writers, you're still going to need artists, you still need that human element. Because an AI is not going to be able to generate a perfect script that you look at and you don't see any errors. A human being's going to have to actually go in there and structure it where it makes sense. Where everything's correct. The paragraph is correct. The spelling is correct. The use of the word is correct.
Well, when people keep on getting fed the paddlum of Dawson's Academy, or Mandalorian and Grogu cookie, or whatever, you take a look how bad that stuff is. How it's like they're already groomed for this type of horrendous thing. I mean, this is the TikTok generation. They sit watching TikTok. They don't fully pay attention. It's like, oh, there's Grogu. Oh, he talked cute. Okay, back to the attention span of a gnat, and it's perfect for that. It's perfect for that because they're not paying attention, and they've already been dumbed down by the crap that was been done by actual living human beings. So I wish I was a little more optimistic than you there on that, Mike.
Yeah. And Gazillionaire says Baron is right. It's specifically to confuse me. I just wish the vertical or horizontal feed thing was more obvious. Yeah, because all StreamYards will do after I schedule the stream, Gazillionaire, is they'll just put a little tablet phone icon on the vertical feed stream. But it doesn't actually tell you, oh, this is the portrait stream. When I tried it when I was playing Shinobi that time, at least when you use slobs and you want to have that vertical stream, it lets you know it's a portrait stream, which is pretty much what vertical stream is. So at least it'll tell you. AI is better than Mark Wade or Tom King. Changed my mind. No. They're not changing my mind on that one.
No,
And I'm not changing your mind. You can make action
He was
movies with
good.
AI because they don't make sense. Yeah.
And AI is better than this, this Hunyak. So
Yeah. Yeah. He blocked us. I mean, Baron had to work for it, but
I
like,
had to
okay.
work for it. I was almost insulted. I was insulted. Mike Instaban. Me, I had to work for it. So,
I never even
geez.
talked to the guy. I never even engaged with the guy.
I-
I didn't even know who the guy
I
was.
know. Obviously, you know who you were.
Well, he probably saw who I was following and thought, oh, well, he's a right wing nut job. And no, there's just some content creators I like. I
What
like
about the ones
content
I
creators
follow?
that are on both sides. I don't care.
I mean, mine is filled with people like Genghis Khan and all that. I don't know why that didn't raise any flags on him. Tim Sheridan.
Yeah.
He's the one that tried to make the Silver Age
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern gay. Because everybody's gay. Everybody's gay. We just don't know it, but everybody's gay. I don't even know that I'm gay, but I guess I'm gay too, and I didn't even know it.
And back in this article, Rhett Reese says, I was blown away by the Pitt vs. Cruise video because it's so professional. That's exactly why I'm scared. My glass half empty view is that Hollywood is about to be revolutionized, decimated. Reese emphasized. It's easy to see why Reese feels like the ground is shifting. Still, I'm not convinced Hollywood is about to hand over the keys. We've already seen how audiences react to AI experiments that go too far. Look at the backlash surrounding Tilda Norwood, an AI-generated actor that sparked immediate pushback online. Viewers didn't embrace it as some exciting leap forward. They questioned it. They rejected it. They made it clear that a digital stand-in isn't the same as a real performer. It's never going to be.
No. But the thing is you usually get a lot of that in the beginning, and then as it gets improved, then it starts becoming, oh yeah, not bad, and then a lot more will start. Well, it means that she's gay too. I mean, so I guess so we complement each other. So especially if we identify separately, she identifies as a guy, I identify as a girl, and we're both gay. Hey, there we go. It's heterosexuality with extra steps.
Ay. And that's the thing. Movie stars aren't just faces, they're personalities. Well, not all of them have actual personalities. Just like YouTubers, just like anybody, just like any regular person that's out there. Not everybody has a personality. I know I'm weird.
Well, that's a personality.
I
don't have a personality.
There are also times, especially during a game stream, where I don't have my personality come all out because I'm too concentrated on the game. It's like, oh, hey guys, what's up?
Mike's AI is shorting out.
Are you kidding? It's from 1978. Of course, it's going to short. They don't make replacement parts for that model anymore. Let's see.
My model.
You kidding? They thought they broke the mold, so they didn't have anything to refer to when the first one needed repairs.
Hey, got to remember, they landed a moon lander. It went to the moon and landed on the moon.
That's why they needed
a computer.
That's why they needed all the parts that made your model, Baron, to land the moon lander.
But the thing is the computer basically that they used was basically the same as a calculator for everything. It's like, boy, have we gone a long way.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I don't think the regular public rejected Tilda Norwood. It was all the union folks that realized their gravy train was derailed. Yeah.
I agree with Godzillionaire. I do agree with him.
Mike's ISP can't support a game stream and an AI. Well, here's the thing, too, Godzillionaire. When I had to end Thursday's stream of Bark Raiders because of how it was acting on YouTube, Rumble was acting fine. Rumble was keeping up in real time. The YouTube side wasn't.
The one
And
that's
even
been having it. Go on.
Even the person that was watching on Rumble was saying, Mike, your stream, that was stable the whole time. Why'd you end it? Because it wasn't stable on YouTube. Well, you should have just ended it there.
The stream was stable, Mike wasn't. But the one that's been having problem with the ISP and the AI has been Cash. That's why he's not here. They're going through an update with them, and it's taking just a little bit longer. So we'll have Cash 3.2 the next time we have the show.
Yeah, but that's why I'm also just going to go ahead and let everybody know that even when I set up Tuesday's game stream, that I'm also going to include the link to the Rumble channel. So if for some reason the YouTube side does go down and I'm still up on Rumble, you can all come over to Rumble if you want.
Rumble.
Team Epic Phil stream was fine. No, you want to know the truth, Phil? Here's the truth. Evil West is a fine game solo player, but it has a lot of problems when you're playing co-op. And I was looking at some reviews and also talking to someone about it who had read some of the reviews for Evil West for co-op, and it has a lot of glitches. That fight that Cash and I had in that stage against William Rentier, the boss character, it should never have taken that long. Never takes that long in solo. It should have never taken that long in co-op.
Probably should have been quicker.
It should have been a lot quicker, Baron. I think it was 2 hours that we were doing that fight.
Ow!
And, we get to the next stage. I'm feeling fine, but then, I start noticing other things, and the energy I had, it just left. You can even ask Lady Mist.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no. And I looked at the time. I went, nope, it's just after 2. I'm going to bed.
2? That would have been a perfect time for me to have gone in and go, oh, you still playing? And an asshole.
Helion says that it's peaceful without Cash. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's very peaceful. It's a Zen moment.
Why is it peaceful?
You know,
a docile professor.
Baron, this is how it was. I told Cash, especially after I looked at the time I'm going to bed, I didn't even talk to him after he ended his side of the stream. I just left the Discord. It's like, dumb.
You slam the phone on Cash. I love it.
I am done. Yeah, well, I know Cash wants to finish the game, so I was trying to stick with him for as long as I could. Because I have beaten Evil West single player. I even have the playlist on YouTube and Rumble. So you can see that I've actually beaten it.
He has receipts, folks.
Receipts. Yes, I do have receipts.
Sorry,
I do have receipts.
He has receipts, people. Yeah.
You goobers.
Yeah. Yeah, you're all goobers. These people.
He's gonna watch it, then he's gonna say, what's all this nonsense you and Baron were talking about? I'm gonna go, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm Cash.
About what we were talking about.
I'm Cash Man.
Yes, we know you're Cash Man.
Actually, somewhere I did do one up as Cash as Batman. I gotta find that one, put it in here. And
yeah. Because if you remember, Lady Miss, we got to the one stage the last time Cash and I had played Evil West before this past Friday. And it was in this mining stage. Well, one of our characters is supposed to get into the mine cart and go down and proceed through the level. It wouldn't let us do that. So after multiple resets, Cash finally got to do it. But even then, there were other things that were happening during that gameplay that I'm like, no, this isn't right.
I think it was Cash.
Nah. And this article goes on to say, and that's the thing, movie stars aren't just faces. Yeah, I already read that. This Cruise hanging off a plane, or Brad Pitt trading punches in a gritty drama carries weight because they're real people doing real work. Even when CGI enhances the action, there's still a human performance at the center of it. Could AI speed up certain parts of production? Absolutely. Visualization. Yeah, I can't even say visualization.
Visualization.
I can say the word visual. Oh,
That's all, folks. That's all, folks.
Oh man, Tim Baron, I'm out. See ya. I'm out, man. Free visualization. There.
He did it, boys and girls.
Finally did it. God, pathetic.
3 hours later.
A concept, no. Concept testing, maybe even rough storyboarding that feels inevitable, but replacing actors wholesale with hollow recreations to save a few dollars doesn't seem like a sustainable move. Audiences care about authenticity more than studios sometimes give them credit for. Reese's comments tap into a larger anxiety spreading across Hollywood, especially after the writers and actors strikes put AI protections front and center. The Cruise vs. Pitt clip might be a flashy demo, but it also highlights how fast this technology is moving at the speed of light. The question isn't whether AI will play a role in filmmaking. It already does. The real question is how far studios will push it and how hard creatives will push back. If Reese is right, the old way of doing things may be fading, but over feels like a stretch. Hollywood has survived the arrival of sound, television, home video, streaming, and every new wave of technology, of tech panic in between. AI might change the process, it might reshape jobs, but the magic of watching real actors bring characters to life on screen, that's not something you can do. Recreate with a two-line prompt? Yeah. Well, I at least not yet. I doubt it was a two-line prompt.
Yeah. Okay. There is such loaded with this article. Yes. Now, the important word is Hollywood survived these changes. It didn't mean the artists did. So, I mean, you had many excellent actors and actresses that were performing silent movies. They knew how to do the proper gesturing to bring the point across, all that across the board. But when sound came along, a lot of their careers came to a stunning halt. It was either that they couldn't get into the new acting phase, their voices weren't good, because, who has to hear them? So a lot of artists and even writers lost their jobs. So now you started going into the talkies. And then of course, things started becoming color. Not much, I mean, there was a shock and awe to the audience, but not to the industry. Only helped the industry. But you also had with the radio. You had radio going along with that. So here you have the movies and the radios. And yes, the threat comes to both of them from the same entity. you going along, and then all of a sudden television came along. And some people's careers got hurt because they refused to go to television. It was thought of a step down to do television. And a lot of radio artists had a hard time coming over to television because they didn't have the physical presence. They had the voice presence, but they didn't have the physical. Now, that doesn't mean all of them. I mean, Jack Webb made it over there, George Burns, Bob Hope, all these people. Some of them already were in movies too, so that didn't hurt much. But as that goes, television became that next threat. Going along, and now we're looking at the VHS. How that changed the movie experience, home entertainment, television, all that across the board there. And then, of course, DVD, Blu-ray, and now streaming. Now, when they're sitting back saying that, again, I agree 100% with Godzillionaire. It was more the industry types that were whining, not the average Joe. Why would that be? And why is there a fallacy when they sit back and say the public would have a hard time seeing AI-generated actors and actresses? Simple. How many of them are gamers? So they're used to seeing the evolution of the sprites, the graphics, evolve through the years to, oh my God, these are looking spectacular. And then a couple years later, even better. I mean, look at the difference between, okay, I'll bring it up, Space Marine and Space Marine 2. I thought Space Marine had excellent graphics, and then Space Marine 2 comes out. It's like, holy cow, right?
Yeah.
So people
a night and day difference.
Right. People are used to seeing characters that are made up of sprites and looking good. Granted, they do have their voices, voice actors, but that can change. In fact, it has been. There has been voice actors that are AI that are starting to show up in the games.
And also, don't forget that Amazon had a Japanese anime that they dubbed with AI.
Right. So, I mean,
it wasn't very good, but they still did it.
Yeah, well, it's Amazon too. They probably didn't have the best on there. But the thing is we already have a generation that's already used to seeing a form of CGI/AI actors and actresses. And the thing is a lot of the times you're playing them. I remember back in the day when Wing Commander 3, the one that had Mark Hamill in it, because it was so heavily, so heavily involved with the cutscenes, the film scenes that they had in there, that they're sitting back saying that video games will be the new wave for entertainment in the form of television, movies, and such. Well, it's catching up now. We have been so conditioned because this is the generation that has, Generation X on up, has been so, I don't want to say desensitized, but wowed by that. So they're going to be much more accepting, a lot more accepting. I
think in a lot of ways we're going to be more accepting of certain forms, and then other forms we will be resistant toward.
Right. It all depends on how they go, and it's going to be an interesting game that they're going to play on that one. The strike did not help the artists or the writers. A 3-year deal. If anybody remembers back when that came down with Fran Drescher and all that,
they're already talking about going on strike again,
and that will be it. I think Hollywood's ready enough now to say, okay, fine, F off. We got AI. They're not that smart. I know Sean Astin took over now. I hope he's got some brains to him. But the thing is we knew after 3 years, I said it, that they're going to try to pull this same stunt again. The unions, that is. And it will not come down like they think. When they came up with that deal with the studios were laughing in their face, and they didn't realize it. All it did was give a little bit more time for the studios to clear things up, because if these fan done hunyucks like us, putting quote unquote 2 lines, which I doubt, into a computer are putting out this impressive a work. What do they have in Hollywood? What do they have at Lucasfilm? Which was always like a generation ahead. Actors and actresses, you screwed yourself. It's going to be hard for you now. You have no one to blame but yourself and Fran Drescher.
Yep.
But you were stupid enough to follow her. And the same thing with you writers. Because, there's a lot of stuff in open domain. Run that open domain stuff through an AI and all that and come up with a modern take of something that was written 100 years ago. Boom. There's enough material out there.
Yep.
You're effed. You did it to yourself. Good day, sirs and ma'ams.
Yes. And real quick, I just want to say hello to Rocco the Brave, who says, how do we know you are an AI right now? Produce a show with AI with one of you on the John and another cooking food, listening to your own AI voices, not from your computer. Well, if I were an AI, Rocco, reading that, I probably would have just read that straight laced instead of laughing, especially at the part where one of us is on the John.
Hey, you goober. I'm Cash 3.2. I am your AI. How about on the John preparing food, huh? How about that one? Since you were going to go in that area, Rocco.
And Rocco also says, not going to lie, I've been watching a lot of Star Wars Skywalker stories with What If, so been feeding the AI YouTube channels a lot. And similar channels, because some of those are real good.
Yeah.
Even I'm not going to, stick my nose up at it and go, no, that's AI. No, it's like, damn, that's good.
I mean, when you had fans able to build sets and act in these Star Trek homage series, which, phase 2 and continues, and look at the hard work they did with that. Well, the next step was AI, because not everybody's got the time, money, space to build all that. Collie made a deal with the devil, so he's able to keep those all up and turn into a museum. I don't know exactly Manana's set. I think it's still being used for stuff. You can see it down in Georgia. But now you got this tool, and just the average schmuck is putting out some very impressive looking things. Yeah, you're hosed, actors and actresses. You're hosed writers. I said so. What? It was 3. Has it been 3 years?
Yeah,
it's been 2 or so.
3 years. It'll be 3 years this summer.
Yeah, and I said this then, and lo and behold, I hate to say, I was right.
Yeah,
I saw it. I think some people poo-pooed me on it, like Cash.
I mean, again, Hollywood has become so greedy that they're willing to destroy themselves.
And that's everybody. Actors, writers, studios, everybody has become so greedy. The whole thing's a cancer.
Yeah, it is. It really, really is. But let's go ahead and check this Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise AI video out, and then I'll read the rest of the comments before I show you all something I made with AI. So I just gotta Share my screen. Give me a second.
That's nice of Mike. He likes to share.
Well, I'm not going to talk about something and then not share it. And if I do accidentally not share it, again, it was an accident. Let's go ahead and check it out and see what all the fuss is about. I'm pausing it because I want to see if I can notice anything right away.
Yeah, look at Tom Cruise's arm.
Yeah, look at his arm, the way it's going over Brad Pitt's
And
arm,
even-
especially. And also, look at the direction that the eyes are looking. They're not looking exactly at Brad Pitt.
No. Still looks better than the fight scene they had in The Last Jedi, where weapons all of a sudden disappeared, because if they would have left it in, Daisy Ridley would have gotten killed in there. But it looks good.
Yeah. And DJ says I have no audio because I have a second hidden Bluetooth device connecting to my headphones, and I'm reluctant to run all the compartments in my bag to find it so I can turn it off. Ooh.
Well, that's where we should have hired that sign language person. Maybe we can hire Gavin Newsom. He does a lot of sign language when he talks.
Yeah, well, the sign language person is either going to say, Mike, can you just say a sentence without stuttering?
They're going to do
or they're going to yell at me because I can't pronounce the word.
They're just going to do the up and down motion with the fist after a while, going, yeah, right.
Yeah. And DJ says that he too has enjoyed some Star Wars What Ifs. And I see that your better half is here.
Yeah.
Yes, Baron, he does have his AI band.
Yeah. And, I'm working on Cash's AI, so it's up and running better. Yeah, you goobers. She's going to be mad because I'm picking on him.
Oh, he's not here to defend himself, so what?
Yeah, well, that's why. She's going to, well, you're picking on poor Cash, and he's not there, and,
And also, is this another Tom Cruise laying on the ground?
And
look at the hands.
Yeah, I mean, if they would put more time and clean up on that, granted, some of the stuff was moving so fast you don't notice, you do have to pause it. But yeah, it's a sign of things to come. It really is.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. Besides the fact you don't have to negotiate anymore with your quote unquote talent, they never grow old. Or you can make them whatever age you want. So you can have the eternally young. Well, I'll just say it, because I don't think he sold his image or that. The eternally young Tom Cruise. So you could have the risky business Top Gun Tom Cruise compared to the I'm trying to prove that I'm still valid Mission Impossible 60-year-old Tom Cruise, or some of the others, where, and same thing with actresses, again, it's like, you'll have the eternally young actress. You can have whatever proportions you want for them, all that across the board, Get in there, get the proper skin flaws that need to be done, and making sure you have the textures. I mean, my words, just some of the computer, the CGI that people do, where they make models like that, impress me because they have the freckles, they got little you can see the skin texture, you can see sometimes the capillaries in that they have, in some areas of their skin and stuff like that. It's like, wow. I mean, what detailed art that is that you're doing with the computer. Now let the AI grab that and go bonkers with it.
Exactly. And speaking of AI, like I said, I had made a few things using AI, so I'm going to actually share a couple of files.
I was going to ask what, believe it or not, this is a serious question.
Yes.
And the reason why is because it is a big money maker in the industry. What's this going to do with adult films?
It's going to change adult films.
Right. Yeah. Now, how are people going to react? How are the perverts going to handle that? Is my question. Because it is a large part of it. Are they, already, it's like, you got to bring everything up. I'm not just being a pervert here, but you have to think of everything across the board that this hits. And, I'm sure there's going to be holdouts, but with that, but yeah, if Hollywood starts doing the AI and do a better job of it, my God. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, to set up this first one here, I use one picture screenshot that I took of Optimus Prime from Generation 1 Transformers, and then one I did of Megatron. And I made two different scenes using Grok's AI system. And then what I did is I found the G1 Transformers transition where it flips from, the Autobot symbol to the Decepticon symbol and vice versa. And I put that in there. And of course, for the Megatron one, I had to actually make it fit the screen. So I did that in DaVinci, but this is what I came up with AI. You all can let me know what you think as soon as it pops up.
Prime, the Autobots and Earth itself will fall before the might. All hail Megatron! Autobots, the Decepticons threaten our home. We must stand united and show them the power of our courage and resolve. Autobots, transform and roll out.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm. Too bad they didn't have the thing over Optimus's mouth.
I tried there, and I'm still trying with the prompts to get the faceplate over the mouth.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know you are. It's just too bad the AI didn't work with you.
Make people fall in love with AI creations, and then we don't need the real people to love. They have No One to Strike. Literally have a kid like Macaulay Culkin never grow up. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure some of you have seen those AI videos when somebody has passed away, or it's reminiscing about people that have passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And, they'll insert different people into the AI video. Well, I saw one after Catherine O'Hara passed away.
Okay.
And it had Catherine O'Hara and some of her co-stars. And one was a young Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I try to emphasize to the AI, especially using those screenshots. I said, make it look like the Generation 1 Transformers cartoon series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did it take a few more efforts than the ones I'm showing you? Yes, but those were the best ones. Just like the next ones I'm going to show you guys. Again, tell me what you think. You don't have to sugarcoat it.
Okay.
It stinks.
No,
you haven't even seen it yet, and you're already saying it stinks.
Well, I think you showed me this.
Yeah, but I haven't shown everybody.
I know. I'm kidding.
Showed some people last night on The Adventure Continues, this next one, but not everybody has seen this.
Keisha, if you confront this enemy, you will die. Vorlek, my friend, your concern is appreciated. Should death meet me in battle today, then today is a good day to die.
She's supposed to be a Klingon. And he's an alien that I created when I used to write Star Trek fan fiction.
It's Rat Boy.
All right, so I'm going to share another one. Make sure I don't share the same one twice. I'm more than capable of doing that.
Keisha, you will die if you confront him.
Vorlek, my friend, should today is a pre of today.
Then we go together.
See, and that's another thing about AI. It will mess up the dialogue. It was the same dialogue, but it messed it up. But as you can see there, Baron, do those uniforms look familiar?
Yep.
Because I was very specific, and I had to keep redoing it. I said, have 2 Starfleet officers on the planet, on this alien planet. Have this officer, Vorlek, beam down and rematerialize. I put that exact word in there, rematerialize, on the surface of the planet. But I was very specific about saying that they are wearing the First Contact style uniforms.
Mm-hmm. Even though it looks like he's got season 1, 2 of DS9 underneath the.
Yeah, there's one of Keisha too, where she's got the Deep Space Nine and First Contact uniform on.
Keisha, what is she? A Klingon stripper? Hi, I'm Keisha. Kapla. Do you want me to do the dance to the seven tablets?
God, fair. Yeah, God, dude. No, there's a story behind how she got her name. Because her father knew several humans, and one of them was named Keisha. Well, she used to watch Keisha's brother, Kaval, when he was younger. And because she was such a good, close family friend, her father felt it would be honorable to name his own daughter after an honorable woman who helped him in many times in glorious battle. Let me get this off screen so I can actually read what Rocco is telling me.
Rocco.
Apion had an AI of Anakin and Chris Reeves, Superman, doing the Carl Weathers and Arnold handshake for Predator, and it's eerie how real it is. I bet. I don't. Was it one that he had on his channel, or was it just one that he's done privately?
I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm asking Rocco. All right.
I still don't know.
Sure, this is the right one first. I don't think it is.
Yeah.
No, that's not
You
the
don't
right
want.
one.
Yeah, you don't want the one where Keisha's working the pole.
No, because just like that last one where it screws up the dialogue, there are plenty where the dialogue is screwed up.
Oh yeah, that can do that. Yeah, AI can really mess things up.
So I've got to actually go to the file and actually bring it in. Okay, I'm going to listen to this one. Is it? All right. So, Baron, I think you're going to like this one. Yeah, the dialogue hasn't changed, but I think you're going to like it.
Will you like like it. We'll find
Maybe.
out.
Starfleet officer, but should death come my way in the coming battle, today is a good day to die.
Also, remove Rocco's suit name so you can see that she's wearing its own style of the Starfleet comm badge
Mm-hmm.
from later seasons, and
DS9 Voyager uniform.
yeah, which I was fine with because I specified in this one late 24th century Starfleet uniform. I didn't, say first contact. I didn't say DS9 Voyager. I just said late 24th century. But what do you think?
She looks way too happy.
Well, she's happy because she said that today is a good day to die. She's ready.
Yep. Let's go, baby.
She's ready to
No
throw down.
fears.
She has to throw down. She's ready. She's ready to defend the crew. Because the whole story of this Baron that I came up, and again, this was back in high school, was that the captain and a few other crew members had gone missing because they were taken by another alien force. So she and the remaining members of the crew are trying to track them down. And at that point, that's when they get their best lead. Because the aliens that are in cahoots, we will destroy you and your ship.
Folks, we're going to see Mike's Star Trek stories one of these days on the little screen here, our big screen. Depends on how big your TV is.
I still care about Star Trek. Some people could tell me, just let it go. No, I
Hell
care
no.
about. I care about the Star Trek that Gene Roddenberry created, that continued on through Next Generation, all the way to Enterprise, and that's what I'm trying to convey.
Mm-hmm. Did you? I just saw, because I guess they wasted some insignificant peon on Dawson's Academy, and they're making such a big deal. This is the most painful thing we've ever had, and this harkens back to when Spock died. It's so like the same. It's like
how is it the same? How is it the same when you don't even know these characters? No, seriously. How can you get to know characters in an 8-episode season or a 10-episode season? You can't. Don't tell me you can't.
And the season, well, I don't think the season's over yet, is it? I don't know. Who cares?
No?
It's shit. Ship out of danger.
Okay. No, Jim. Star Trek is still in danger. Damn it, Bones. But you know what I saw last night? And I don't know if it's endorsed by Paramount or if it's just a fan project. But you know those deleted scenes from Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home?
Yeah.
Where Saavik is talking to Kirk? Well,
that she's pregnant, yeah.
Yeah, they actually had Robin Curtis record those lines. And someone else in the role of Kirk. Talking about her pregnancy.
Oh. They should have ran with that. Why they did, I don't, it's like, come on, people. I mean, that was one of the biggest things there was. I mean, son of Spock out there. I mean, I don't know. They get these great ideas and they don't run with it. That's one of the problems with Star Trek, actually. I mean, the
things
story
that they leave on the cutting room floor and.
But they make it into the books or whatever, and they get put into the quote unquote unofficial lore because that her being pregnant with Spock kind of worked its way in there. Or the great backstory they had with the quote unquote Klingon bird of prey. It was really a Romulan ship that Krug and the boys stole. And it's like, wow. And even then, you had that agreement thing that they had with each other. But that makes so much interesting backstory. And the fact all the way back to Star Trek 2, when they were sitting back saying that Sulu was promoted to captain and going to be captain of a ship called the Excelsior. That was in 2. I mean, eventually it came to fruition, but still, no.
Well, I found a Screen Rant article that's talking about it. So I'll give you that link, and I'll give everyone else that link.
Oh, I think it might have been the Screen Rant I might have seen or something. I don't know. I probably didn't read the Screen Rant because Screen Rant is.
Yeah.
The Robin Curtis one. Okay.
Yeah. That's what
I thought you were talking about the Star Trek. Dawson's
No. The Robin Curtis one where she's recorded the lines from the deleted.
Did you want me to read this one?
No, I'm just sharing that with all of you. That's why I'm just putting the link in the chat. And
okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Something actually good from Screen Rant for once.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Told Spock. Yeah, and okay, it was Leonard Nimoy that kind of nixed it.
Well, he was directing it, so he had veto power.
Yeah. I don't know why you would have been uncomfortable with it. It makes total sense,
Yeah, but who's to say that someone, I'm not talking about writers who are writing current Star Trek. I'm talking about someone that actually cares about the franchise. Couldn't make Saavik and Spock's son a reality.
Right. Well, they did it for that 765-874 unification thing.
I know they did for that, but officially make it canon.
Yeah. If I had a chance, I would. In a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. He went on his own path. It had nothing to do with Vulcan. It had nothing to do with Starfleet.
Mm-hmm.
What that path was, well, that's for a clever writer to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Baron, we are getting close to that 3-hour mark. So what would you like to promote before we get out of here?
Well, of course, Pops and I did do one of our literally a first-time watch for both of us for this movie. So be on the lookout for that. And we're going to be recording another one this coming up Friday. So again, keep a lookout. The other ones that we've had, including Dress to Kill and Blowout, well, they've been out for a while now. Go ahead and see it. And Pops put some sort of clip thing out there. Maybe it's not members only anymore. Of one of them that we did as well. So please go over the Pops, watch that, and all the other great content that he has, and all the other people that he works with. They all do a good job, except Cash. And show him some love. Pops is a great guy and a great member of the community, and very, very knowledgeable. He keeps me on my toes. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But if you want two cranky old fans, there's your cranky old fans right there.
I want to call either one of you cranky.
Nah, we have too much of a good time. We really do. I just regret we only have such a short time to talk because he's a busy man, very busy man. But the time that I get to talk with them, I relish because we throw stuff back and forth, and we see eye to eye on a lot of stuff, and other stuff we don't. So to be expected.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't have much to say.
Okay.
I'm still being a nurse.
Understood.
For cash. I'm waiting for cash. Cash, man.
I do want to let everybody know that for Pacific 414, that as far as the scheduled streams are concerned, I'm going to be scheduling all the game streams in Rumble Studio. That's why you don't see any of them scheduled on the YouTube side yet, because I'm going to schedule them for both Rumble and YouTube using Rumble Studio. So Tuesday, I'm going to be playing more Shinobi Art of Vengeance. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be playing more Mass Effect from the Mass Effect Legendary Collection. But also tomorrow, for anybody over on Rumble or anybody over on YouTube who has a premium membership, I will be putting in my time for the premium hours I'm required to do as part of the program for tomorrow. And then Friday, I will have the Friday Fun stream at 6 p.m. Eastern. All these streams, including tomorrow's, will be at 6 p.m. Eastern. So I'll be having that. And also, channel members, this coming Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, we will have our February member stream at 6 p.m. Eastern. So you're all welcome to join that. Now, there won't be any streams next Monday, and there won't be a game stream next Tuesday on the channel because I will be with Pops, Squeak Mouse, Stone Loki, and Ironcaster to talk about the movie Major League, starting at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So I will make sure to get everybody the link for that particular live stream, and you can all come join us, hang out with us. But that is what's coming up for the channel in these next few days. And of course, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your Sunday for being here. First, starting on Rumble, we had Helion and Padawannabe, and I really do appreciate that. I also want to thank Ben Anthony for following the Rumble channel. Thank you very much. I want to thank Spocko. Yeah, we had Spocko here. Yeah.
I didn't realize Spocko was here.
He came in before we were even live. But we had Spocko. Yeah, Spock's Friday nights. And of course, As was, good to see you. Like I said to you earlier, I have to make sure I don't call you As well, because I feel like I'd be insulting you. Of course, the Padawannabe, Tree Rock Creations, the troll himself, Philip J. McCracken, also Shane, also known as You're Wrong. No, you're wrong. I'm Mike. I'm always right. And of course, Helion did pop over on the YouTube side. And it was good to see Mike, the Comic Relief Crusader.
Ooh,
great to see you, brother. Well, we love our Canadian friends.
Yeah. They're okay.
Of course.
Or as we call it, Greater Minnesota.
Of course, Lady Mist, thank you very much. Jed Sparks, thank you very much. DJ Ronnie G, thank you very much. I'm glad you got sound again after figuring out which one of your Bluetooth sets were triggering. And also, the Rich Kaiju himself, God's in there. It was probably going to tell me, Mike, stop doing those dual streams. Like I said, I'm doing it because it's an option and it puts more eyes on Pop Talk and the channel. And of course, Tree Rock, good to see you. And also, next time you talk to Apion, tell him I said hello. And also, the long suffering. Let me make sure I don't forget anybody. Scroll. He's scrolling. He could go all the way. All right, I don't see any new names, new faces. All right, just making sure. I like to make sure. But everybody, thank you very much. And of course, Lady Miss has the link to next Tuesday's stream, where again we will be talking Major League. But everybody, I hope you have a great Sunday, a great week, and until next time, everybody, remember two things on Pacific414 especially. Don't ever give up on me in a game, because just when you do, you might miss something. And I'm not just a baseball guy. I'm an all-around guy. Although I do love talking me some baseball.
Dun, da, 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 da.
You know what? I was good. I meant to play this last Sunday and I never did.
Mm.
But you know what? Let's go ahead and play a little bit of it
We're gonna
as we get out of here.
We're gonna win.